Okay, this is the Kill Their Bond video part 2. So we're making a presentation to all 5 of the 4, whatever elected officials you want to throw out of office. Not in the same moment, but you're going to go around and deliver a small committee of 2 or 3 people that are well versed on the mechanics, and going to go around and deliver all this to them. And the idea is not to go through the recall. The idea is to get these guys to agree with you and be constitutional and sign an oath to do so. All right. Now, the oath needs to have some teeth, and yet it seems to have to be enforceable. Okay? All right. Now, moving along, what we're going to do is bluff them down. For this, you need to raise money. You got to show them you have $50,000 or $100,000 in the bank to push your campaign to throw them out of office through. They know nobody knows these people. They're not very politically sound. You're also going to work to undermine them with support with their employees by educating them. Now, the threat is, if you don't agree to this in 3 days, not 5, not 10, not 20, 3 days, 72 hours, we're sick of you. We've had enough. You've got 3 days. You repent, sign a new oath, and agree, and we could proceed. But these are the conditions. I'll get into some conditions with you later. But the sheriff has to agree to deputize however many deputies you want that clear the background investigation, are willing to go through school and so forth. But you are going to run your militia as deputy sheriffs, okay? That's how you run your militia. That's how you keep this thing going. But moving along, you tell these people we're going to go into your courts and we're going to do our sovereign stuff and we're going to film it, we're going to report it, we're going to get the dockets, we've got the past ones. All the times you wiped our feet on us and exerted your authority putting us in your court system when we don't belong in there, we're going to prosecute you criminally and civilly. Okay, now he's going to be thinking he has immunity and he has a bond. Okay, we are also, in 96 hours from now, the 4th day, going to the bonding companies that bond you people, and we're putting them on notice that we are throwing you out of office for treason, sedition, and illegal behavior against the Constitution, usurping authority over us where you have no authority. We're spelling it out to them and putting them on notice that we wholeheartedly intend to prosecute you criminally and civilly after we put our own actors in the de facto government. In other words, our own prosecutor, our own sheriff, our own judges. Okay? And then we're going after you. Now, this hasn't been done before, and the bonding company is not going to be happy about this. Okay? Not at all. And what do you think they're going to do? You think they're going to say this is a crock of crap in the current political environment? No, they're not. They're not. We have sheriffs threatening to arrest federal agents running around right now. No. They're going to take this thing seriously. And this is not some sovereign noise to them. This is, you are now taking over the de facto character actors in the falsehood and using it against the previous character actors. Now, if you do this, you're going to scare the crap out of them. The bonding company's not going to want to stick around and see what's going to happen. They are probably going to pull their bond at the earliest possible date, or they may contact their lawyers, which is probably a law firm with 1,200 lawyers, and they'll wipe their feet on these little county officials and walk away with their bonds. They'll cancel them. Or they'll raise the rates multiple times and make them unaffordable. The county will run out of money. And you know that this will happen because you know insurance companies, and they know this will happen. And they've never been confronted with this before, and you do not give them any time. Show them you are ready to proceed, ordering billboards, newspaper, radio, TV, interviews, portraying them as treasonous, seditious individuals, undermining the freedom and civil liberties of the good Americans living in this local community. And that's your theme. And the insurance company's not going to want to be on the other side of this. Okay? And you may get these guys to step down. I don't think they're going to step down. They're going to, say they'll sign another oath. But be very careful. Okay? Especially if they're in a secret society. Be double careful. Okay? Triple careful. and you have to have them take a new oath that calls for their easier removal if they violate the Constitution willfully. Okay, they could unwillfully violate the Constitution. And they have to take the maritime flags down and all this kind of crap. Okay, put the Bill of Rights up in the courtroom. You know, the whole bit. All right? And remember, your key to this thing is the sheriff. You want a militia with police powers. Okay? That's what you want. All right. Now, you're going to scare them. Instead of you going in and getting scared and intimidated by them and worry about going to jail, they're going to go for the Prozac, they're going to go for the sleeping pills, and the judges are going to go for the alcohol, okay? And the drugs, whatever these bums take, okay? These people are going to have a fit. They're not going to know what to do. They're going to call the FBI, and the FBI is certainly not going to go near this with a 10-foot pole, okay? And there's nothing there. What are they going to tell the FBI? They threaten to do a recall if we don't sign a paper agreeing to observe the Constitution? Did they threaten to kill you? Did they use force? Did they bear arms? Did they say they were going to burn your offices? Did they throw rocks through your window? What did they do? Well, they gave me this piece of paper. Well, we'll run right over there and read it. And well, we can't do anything. The Guardians are still walking the streets, and they went a lot further than that. They were talking about, you know, removing them from office. You're not removing anybody. You're going to run a recall election and throw them out in the street. And then after you have the recall election, you're going to prosecute them. And you be careful how you say that. And say, if it appears when we throw the kangaroos out of the courtroom and we got a fair and honest court, slander them. Don't talk with them with any respect. Talk to them down like the dirt they are. Let them get used to it. Talk to them like the dirt they are. When we have a fair and honest courtroom, we're going to have an investigation with our sheriff to see if there were any violations of law, and if there are, we're going to bring you into an honest courtroom and try you civilly and criminally. Okay? And, you know, they are not going to like this. And I'd say you got better than a 50%, at least a 50% chance that they're going to sign. In this political environment, when so much is going on with states' rights, you might get them. Of course, if you get them, okay, it's going to spread like wildfire to the other counties. You know, if you're the first county in your area that has it, you're going to have lines around the block, people coming in from other counties trying to record documents, okay? The foreclosure notices aren't going to get recorded. Your clerk's not going to do it. The old clerk, you can charge him with crimes for recording illegal notices. Yeah, you got so much room to grow here, and you got so much room to scare these people, and it's so easy to do it. These are low-level, nobody officials. You can just pick them off, low-hanging fruit. Put your own people in. Work through their rotten, stinking system and turn it against them. If you get enough counties in your state to do this, then you could start pushing hard and start trying to take the state over, get the legislature, although recalling them is difficult, because if you recall them, the governor has the right to appoint the new legislature that's a member of the same political party. It's very tainted. But what you can do is go after the governor. Then when you throw the legislatures out, you get a different meaning. Also, you have power of arrest over state officials operating in your county. You know, so you got a lot of leverage. Get the sheriff, get the prosecutor, get the court, get the clerk, and you did something. Threaten them correctly with the money in the bank, with the pictures of the billboards, pictures of the newspaper ads, several hundred signatures, and an action plan on how you're going to do it. And you tell them they got 3 days. That's it. And then notify the bonding company of what you're doing, say as a courtesy. That's it, folks. If I get enough people ask me to put this up on a website, I'll do it. I'm not in this for gain. Thanks.